So did you know that in battles you can actually manipulate the AIs quite easily in Baldur's Gate 3? And you can do it in dungeons or similar places just like this one, where there is a door between you and the enemies. So what you want to do is by the end of your turn, what you want to do is you want to make sure you close the door. Now closing the door will block the enemy's line of sight. And then what you can do on your next turn is just open it and you can attack the enemies as you like using ranged attacks. And once you have completed your turns and it's going to be the enemy's turns next, what you want to do is just make sure you close the door again. So as you can see, when they are melee characters, you will notice that they can open doors and they can continue to attack you. So what you can do is something quite clever here, is you can open your inventory and you can make sure that you have lots of wooden crates in your inventory. And what we can do is we can drag the wooden trunk, for instance, out of our inventory just like this, and we can place it just in front of the door. Now what this will do is create a barrier that the AI will not be able to go through. So from here we can just utilize our ranged attacks and we can do as much damage as we want to. As long as they're ranged attacks, we can stay behind the barrier and it will make it very difficult for them to be able to attack us. So did you know you can actually save characters that you didn't otherwise know you could? Like this example, for instance, where this character tries to escape and unfortunately does get attacked, and because it's a cutscene you think you cannot save them. And also because of this you cannot actually access the Rosimorn monastery doors. If you go back during this cutscene here, if you look down the bottom left hand corner, you have an option to attack. Now as this cutscene is happening, if we attack just like this and we say yes, we can actually save the character from being attacked. A little bonus, what we can do is now access the monastery, which otherwise you'll be unable to do as you saw before. So that gives us a little new area where we can explore. So this next tip that many people still don't know about, and that concerns inventory management. So what you can do here, if we wanted to say sort this by type, for instance, so what we can do is on the top left you can sort by either the latest value, weight or type. Makes it a bit easier to find items that you are wanting to, but more importantly what you can do is, did you know you can hold down shift, and more importantly if you hold down shift and we select this item here and say for instance we select this item, as you can see holding down shift will highlight all the items between the two. What we can also do is hold down control to select individual items, and then from here when we have these items selected, what we can do is right click them and we can select what option to do. Now if we click onto add to wares, then when we head over to a trader, if we head to the top and click on trade, down at the bottom you will see that we can sell wares, and that will basically sell all the items that you've selected for ware all in one go, saving you a whole bit of time. Now another little tip when it comes to inventory management is that, did you know there's no point in keeping camp supplies in your inventory and taking up weight? And what we can do is just select all of them that we want to send back to camp that can be used as camp supplies. We can just right click it and send to camp, and that will put it into the traveler's chest in your camp, and all of your camp supplies can be used from there. So it's always good to save a bit of weight and just get rid of it and send it all back to camp. Now this tip is for all the necromancer builds out there. If you have a character that's got enough strength, did you know that you can actually pick up dead bodies? Now you're probably wondering why this is so useful. If you're a necromancer build, you've probably come across entering a battle with no bodies so you can reanimate them. Well, if you always have them in your inventory on hand, what you can do is just drop them wherever you see fit, just like this, and then you can reanimate them in battle. Now this also works if you come up against a necromancer that keeps reanimating bodies. You just pick them up, then he'll have no bodies to actually reanimate, which is kinda cheeky, but it works, so who's gonna complain? Did you know that some items can actually give your characters bonus stats without actually using them? So let's take Gale for example. If we equip him with a shield here, as you can see it will give us a +2 in the armor class. Now let's face it, Gale will never actually use a shield. He will predominantly use his staff to cast spells. So the chance of him actually using a shield is pretty much never, but it does give us the extra +2 armor class. So it's something to bear in mind. Just keep an eye on different items and what bonuses they can actually give your characters. So when you're out on your adventures and you know you're going to come across a battle just like I am here, you want to make sure you have some potions of speed available. This is an item that will give you a great buff in battle and just give you the upper hand. Now, as everyone knows, if you double click the potion, you will drink it and it will only account to one character. But did you know you can actually apply this potion to all of your characters? Now, what you want to do is you want to all group them up together, just like I have here. You want to click on the throw action. You want to find your potion of speed. And what you want to do is you want to highlight it so it affects everyone. Now, potions have a splash damage. So once we do that, as you can see, everyone has been given haste. Or everyone, unfortunately, except for Gale on this turn. But hastened basically gives you a +2 to armor class, advantage on dexterity saving throws, and its movement speed is doubled. Now, what you do want to do is not the mistake that I did, and you do want to make sure you're in turn-based mode, as it will last up to 3 turns. So before you go into the battle, just put yourself into turn-based mode, just use it, and then carry on to the battle from there. A nice little tip to utilize while in battle is make sure you bring some wooden crates into battle with you. It's always handy to have some. And then what we can do is drag them from our inventory and just place them down just like so. Just place them on top of each other. Just stack them as high as you want. And then once it's all done like that, that doesn't use any action points. Now, just quickly, as you can see, the only advantage we have is weapon enchantment. But if we right click and climb on this, this will give us an height advantage. This will give us the height advantage. You'll have to excuse the weird camera angle. For some reason, because the ceiling is so close, it's yeah, kind of messed up my my view. But anyway, what we can do for ranged attack, this will give us the height advantage. So as you can see now, we have the high ground, which gives us an advantage and a better chance of hitting our enemies. So that's another thing to bear in mind, to just make sure you have some wooden crates and you can get some high ground advantage, which is always handy in battles. So there we go, everyone. There is some more tips and tricks for you in Baldur's Gate 3 to improve your gameplay. If you have enjoyed the video and found it helpful, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more tips and tricks and everything to do with Baldur's Gate 3. It's been Kryptonite here. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you in the next video.